Hey guys, welcome back to River Rat Gear Review, where we talk all things whitewater and the gear you need to get on the river. Today we're going to be taking a look at a lightweight composite propane tank from Viking Cylinders. This 20-pound propane tank is the perfect lightweight option to replace your old steel tanks on those multi-day river trips. Let's take a look at it. Okay, so I've got the Viking propane cylinder here. This is the 17-pound version. They make smaller ones than they do make larger ones, but this is what I've found is basically a perfect replacement for a 20-pound tank that you would normally take on a trip. So this guy generally lives in the kitchen. I run my 4-partner stove setup off of it, and I just use this split adapter on there. Sometimes it is a little bit hard to get in here because of these rails. But it's not that bad, and the splitter actually moves things out a bit, so then you can reach your connection points there. So these cylinders from Viking is basically a composite cylinder, so they're much lighter. They're wrapped in kind of this plastic coating shell that is really nice because it protects the composite so it doesn't take any shots or anything from you know, whether it's a rock or just boating can be hard on things. So you know, they are about half the weight of a steel tank. So it's really nice just to have a lighter piece of equipment that's going to be something that you take every time you're on a trip. And one of the best things I think about this tank is that it doesn't really have any sharp edges. You know, a typical steel propane tank, you're going to have really sharp corners on the bottom as well as up top. Whereas this one, it's nice and round. There's nothing sharp on here that you could cut yourself on, you know, so I could run this up in front of me on the boat next to the cooler or something. If I fall forward or hit my arm or anything on it, I don't feel like I'm ever going to get cut on this thing, which is a concern with a typical steel tank, in my opinion. That can be kind of a hazard depending on where you put it in the boat. It can also rub on the boat, which is another benefit of this because it's really pretty smooth everywhere. I can shove this down in the bottom of the boat, and if it's grinding all day long with some sand or something that's in the bottom, I don't feel like it's going to create a wear spot or anything like that. So I've really come to love these tanks. They do have a lifespan. You can get them recertified, but generally you probably would have to replace it once the lifespan has run its course. So since this is a composite tank, you do have to get these retested every 5 years to make sure that they're still, the integrity's there and that they aren't going to be a problem because they are a composite. It's generally not a big problem to get these filled in my area here in Salt Lake. Pretty much anybody's going to fill this up. I have had one person before say that, oh, they needed to see a certification. When you buy this, you do get a piece of paper that says the propane filler is allowed to fill it. I keep that in my truck sometimes, but really it's never been an issue. So this 17-pound tank is about 150 bucks. You can get them off Amazon, or you can find them in a lot of your river shop dealers. Places like Downriver Equipment, Cascade River Gear, they'll have these. And really, it's come to be just such a great piece of equipment. I love the handles on this thing. I can just grab it and pull it out of the boat. It's nice and light. For me, this has really been a good tank and a great piece of river equipment that I take on every single trip. So that's propane tank from Viking Cylinders. If you found this review helpful, please subscribe to the channel, hit that like button, and we'll see you on the next one.